Hi and welcome. I'm Bonnie G with the lovely
Harley Hart.
And we're going to play Mass Debates.
Should a man be expected to pay on the first date?
Ooh,
Bonnie
wow,
G.
back in my day, yes. Only because if they asked you out, I think it depends on that. If a woman's asking a guy out, then she's the person that's asking them to come out with them. And I think it's only, hospitable to pay for the date. It doesn't have to be an expensive date. It could just be, going for a coffee somewhere for a little first date. But I think if I'm asked out or was asked out, I would expect them to pay for that date. And, as the dates continue, if there are any more, then it would be a bit different. So
how many first dates have you had that you've paid or split the bill? Or
I've split the bill before and I didn't see him again. But again, because he asked me out, and to be fair, we were more friends in the end anyway, so it just seemed fair.
It seemed fair.
I think if you see that there's going to be some kind of romantic and carrying on with that, then I think you want to show that you're a good provider guy who he's got it going on. He's not just sitting at home in his mum's basement, haven't got any money and expecting you to pay for him for a meal after that he's asked you on. You're doing am I going to be politically correct here?
No, I think I'm going to go for my values. I think should be no expectation on a date. If you've agreed to a date, then if he pays, he will probably offer anyway if he's a proper gentleman. But I wouldn't say it's an essential, they should defo pay. I think it has to be you, depending on how well the date is or stuff like that, you're kind of going, you know what, I'll go half. Would you be expected to pay all of the first date?
I think I would never assume someone's going to pay.
Yeah.
But I think my expectations would hope that they would want to take me out and I like a generous man. So, that's just what I look for in a partner, is someone who is generous, not with just money, with their time, and makes me feel good. And, I would always give back as well. I would think of a date from the second date and choose it, and wouldn't expect them to pay. So, but the first date would generally be my expectations of hope that they would want to.
Okay. I don't know. Do we have to decide on an answer for this one?
Should we agree that it shouldn't be expected or assumed?
Yeah.
However, it's very greatly received if on the first date someone does.
I think it's just down to personal preference.
Yeah. I think whoever is paid more should offer to.
Okay.
What do you think of that?
No.
Again, I go on whoever asks the person out should offer to pay, because they're the one that wanted to take that person out.
I think you're sharing your time and experience with somebody, and that should be valued. It doesn't matter how much you.
It shouldn't be about the money. I've actually never dated someone because of their money status. So to me, a date can just be a picnic in the park. It doesn't have to be expensive. So again, just thoughtful. Just if you're asking me out on a date, or someone like me who likes those sort of values, then don't choose an expensive restaurant and think, well, you're the one that earns more than me, so you should pay. I think that's not going to get you anywhere.
Could you imagine a dating profile that you've just got your wage slip attached to it? No. It just wouldn't work.
No. Are there more wheels or doors?
That's going to need a little bit of elaboration.
In the world? In the world?
Okay.
Doors.
I love that.
I'm very sure about this.
Okay, doors. Why do you think doors?
There's so many. Well, you need so many doors in any way you are. You've got your bathroom door, you've got, your front door, you've got doors to every single room. And there's more people living in a house, hopefully, than living in a car. And so, even cars have doors. So, doors.
Okay. is it a car wheel? Because actually there's like
Oh,
mechanisms
God. I was
that
thinking
have
of cars.
wheels and stuff like that as well.
Oh my God.
And I mean, like, America has like 18-wheel trucks and stuff.
It's not just wheels on cars, though, is it? It's wheels on toys.
Yeah.
Wheels on trolleys.
We've just opened a real big can of worms.
Wow. Heads blown.
I mean, right now we can see more doors and a few of our wheels in our heads opening up for this question.
That's opened a new world to me, so I've changed my mind. I go for wheels.
I don't know. We're never going to know the answer.
But you can have theoretical doors.
Yeah.
Open the door to your mind, you know?
It's a really good question. Is a hot dog a sandwich?
No, a hot dog's a hot dog. It's like, it's not a sandwich, is it? It's a bun.
It's a bun. Oh my goodness.
A sandwich is a piece of bread on another piece of bread.
With a filling inside.
With a filling. That's a sandwich. Like, you have rolls and you have buns, but they're not sandwiches, are they?
No.
You don't go to the shop and say, can I have a sandwich? A cheese sandwich, and they give you a roll and you're like, that's a roll.
Otherwise, a sausage sandwich would just always be presented to you as a
if you ask for a
hot
sandwich
dog or stuff like that. So
what's in your head?
Yeah, sandwich.
And if someone gave you a cheese roll, you'd be like, well, that wasn't what I had in my head because that was not a sandwich. So a hot dog.
It's a finger roll, isn't it?
If someone gave you a sausage and 2 slices of bread, very disappointing. It rolled about a bit. Would you be happy when they say, here's your hot dog?
Yeah, it would be like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, it's like I ran out of hot dog buns, wouldn't it?
It's actually making me slightly angry that the hot dog
making me hungry.
Could be misled.
I fancy a hot dog now.
Yeah.
Nice big sausage. Anything between bread is a sandwich.
I like that this is all capital letters as well. Like it's really aggressive.
I'm shouting at you. Anything between bread is a sandwich.
Yeah, that's our understanding as well.
But it's a bun. I'm going to stick with that.
Yeah.
A hot dog is not a sandwich to me. Is it okay for men to leave the toilet seat out? No. Absolutely not.
Well, whilst they wee, yes. Yeah, they should.
Okay. Do you know what it is actually? Is if the toilet seat is down, like fully down, closed, and someone uses it and they leave it open, then that's wrong. So it's whatever you go to the toilet seat like. If you go to a guy's house and they've got the toilet seat up, then it's like, well, that's their house, isn't it? They're used to that.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't take offence. But if you come to my house and you don't close the lid and put the toilet seat down, then you're not being thoughtful of other people.
Would it be okay for McDonald's to serve Bengal tiger burgers if it prevented their extinction?
Well, what's the difference between eating a tiger and a cow?
What's
the value? What's the value in the animal compared to each other? Just it's because the tiger is probably, harder for us to get and kill. For one.
So isn't it harder to breed tigers as well?
Probably. So it's harder to probably farm them. But I would say
a tiger farm.
I mean,
it's gross.
There's no difference between eating one animal to another. No. In my opinion, they're all equal value. It's like anything. Like just because one's a chicken doesn't mean it's definitely better than a dog. No, it's not. It's just where we've been brought up to believe it, isn't it? It's like their value isn't based on what animal they are.
Yeah.
So I don't think it matters that it's a tiger. I'm getting really into this, aren't I? But if it prevented their extinction, I'd have to have someone prove that as a point. If you do something bad when you're drunk, should you feel less guilty than if you'd done it sober? Yeah. So,
okay, do you drink?
Yeah.
Have you got an altar drunk?
Yeah.
Is it vodka Veronica or?
It's like wine and prosecco and any kind of fizz and stuff like that. Yeah. Okay. So cocktails.
Felicia fizz. So do you act badly?
I would say that I'm more outspoken.
Yeah.
Probably say things I shouldn't. I think I'm funnier when I'm drunk, and I think I am. Like I've been told I am, but sometimes I take it too far. So,
and then when you're sober?
I'm like, oh my God, did I really say that? Yeah.
Do you apologise a lot when you're...
I'm just like, whoever I was with, I'm like, was I really bad? And hopefully they're really drunk too, so no one remembers.
I don't think I've ever done anything massively outrageous that I've caused any kind of upset. Everyone gets that, like, hangover fear.
Well, you lose your inhibitions when you have drink, don't you? So you kind of, I don't know, become a little bit more, like, less concerned of what people think. And so maybe, like, you might dance a little bit over the top and think, oh my God, the way I was dancing. I've done that.
Okay.
I've done some dancing where I was like, oh God, did I really think I was Beyonce then? Really wasn't. Yeah, I've had moments the next morning where I'm like, oh my God, what did I do? Yeah.
So you think...
I think it's more of a drink problem. Like, don't drink too much so then you don't have to feel guilty the next day. That's probably a better answer.
Okay.
You've never done this?
So I'm usually quite with myself in terms of control. So I never, like, if I'm elevated in any kind of way, I get a little bit of hangover fear of, like, oh, I don't really remember too much, but I'm usually quite with it.
Mm-hmm.
But I never feel bad. And it's probably lots of people, I've been exposed to so many people over the years, and it's kind of that pass off comment of, but I was drunk, but actually it's still you. It's just you on alcohol.
Yeah.
So I think you should feel equally as guilty whether you're sober or drunk.
But some people, like, take it too far a drink and they really are a bit too much out of it, aren't they? Like, so their behaviour is probably, the guilt isn't because they've done or said anything inappropriate. They've just taken it too far with the drinking too much, and maybe have just shown they're too drunk and they're embarrassed over that. So again, I still think it's more to do with how much you drink.
Yeah. Is water wet?
Well, whoever decided the word wet is more to the point. Like,
so obviously wet's just a description word for moisture, isn't it? And that's going to freak a lot of people out because not a lot of people like the word moist.
Moist.
Moist. Well, yeah, it's water.
I would say that is the correct term to describe how you feel when you've got water on you. Wet.
Okay.
Or other things.
Somebody said it makes things wet, water itself isn't.
All right. Clever clogs. What is the ethical thing to do in the trolley problem? Right.
Okay.
What would Mr. Bean do?
I don't know. The lever would get broke in the middle.
Because Mr. Bean's a bit of a catastrophe, isn't he? But it always worked out for him.
I like that way of thinking.
So what would he do? Would he just forget, like, there's a lever and something, and then it's not his problem? I don't know. Maybe he'd do a lever where the tram falls off.
I mean, if...
To know.
What would Mr. Bean do? Who knows? I don't know. I wouldn't want to...
Can't you stop the lever, like, do the lever to the one person, but run and tie that one person? Have you got enough time?
No.
No?
We're trying to cheat.
I am trying to cheat the system here.
Don't make us choose.
Well, I don't really want to choose.
No, I don't think
But
then if you
pretend I
didn't do
hadn't
anything,
seen.
it'd be 5.
Okay, that's not good either, is
No.
it? I would hope that the person in the tram or trolley, whatever it is, would recognise that there's people on the track and stop. But I don't know. The thought, there is a thing of killing one person or killing 5, isn't there? But none of it is good.
No.
And I wouldn't choose any of them. Mr. Bean, where are you?